So I made a decision. I decided to let my hair grow back. Yes, no more cuts, although I do love my cut. I decided that it's not worth it for me to struggle to find a consistent barber here. One of the things I've noticed in my travel journey is that there's inconsistency with service. And quite frankly, I went to two salons where there were expats who came to Mexico to cut, or maybe they did hair on the side while they were here, and then they decided maybe a few months later that they no longer wanted to be in Mexico, wanted to travel somewhere else, and left. So as opposed to going round and round and finding stylists and barbers that suit my personal taste, I was like, you know what, it's just easier to manage it myself, do my own hair, and then I don't have to worry about trying to find someone to manage my hair, to help me take care of my hair, because I can do it myself. It's just when it's hot here, sometimes you just don't want to deal with hair at all. It is so hot here in Merida, and you just don't want to deal with it. I just wet my hair down. So I use the purified water in the delivery service. And I just put it in this old olive oil bottle. I found one of my old plastic bottles and just took the sprayer off of that and put it in here. And then I added some rosemary essential oil to it. And so that's what I use to just spray my hair down when I, have not washed it in the shower. And then there aren't a lot of maintenance products here for our hair. You have to just do a border run. Either take 1.5, I think it's 1.5 or maybe 1 3/4 hour to Houston and pick up some items, or have someone do a border run for you, meaning someone that's going back to the United States, and to pick up some items. And that happens here. I mean, you can create a whole business just from that alone. So what they have here, and what I normally see, is Shea Moisture. So I got the Strengthening and Restore shampoo, which I like. I've used that in the States, and actually my son used it as well. And then the Shea Moisture, the Curl Enhancing Smoothie. What this will do is just give me, it kind of helps calm the grays down. It'll help lay it down a little bit, because now that I'm graying more, what I'm noticing as the shorter it gets, or the shorter it's cut, it just stands up. It's spiky like a little kitten. So I don't really like that. So I'll just wet it down and put some of this on it before I go out, and that's usually fine. Then I'll just take my little brush and brush it down. It's a little wet right now because I just finished wetting it down. But yeah, it's gonna take about maybe 2 years to fully grow out like it was when I was in San Miguel. But that's okay, it'll be worth the wait. So now it's the grow back journey. The grow back journey is starting. It's already grown back a little bit. Yep, so I've done this before. I can do it again. So I forgot to mention that it is advisable. I mean, do what you want with this information, but it is advisable not to use the tap water or shower water when you're showering your hair. It has a lot of harsh metals in the water here. It's very hard. And the way to test that is put some water on a counter. Like my counters are like a dark gray, like a slate color. But put some water on your counter, or somewhere that's like it has a dark surface, and let it sit and let it dry. You will see the build up the white residue on your counters because the water is so hard. I mean, you can't even drink it. But I recommend that you don't use it for your hair, especially for hair care. So I recommend either, you can buy your water, like your 5 gallons from the corner store, from the OXXO, or your local tiendas, or you can get the delivery service that'll deliver the 5-gallon containers, like for your water filter machine, and then get water out of there to shampoo your hair. I know it sounds like a hassle because it's just easier to get in the shower. I mean, do what you want, but I noticed that my hair is dry and dull, and it doesn't perform as well. When I was in San Miguel, I went to a salon and let them do my hair a few times, and my hair just felt so dry and brittle. And it wasn't because of the products, it wasn't because she was a Mexican hairstylist, it was because of the water. Even when I did it myself, and I did wash and goes or wash and wears, same thing. My hair would be so dry and brittle. And it didn't occur to me that it was the water. So I recommend using purified water when you are maintaining and if you want to keep the health of your hair. Okay. The other thing I want to talk about was my skincare routine. So if you've seen some of my earlier videos, these were videos from like 2017, 2018. You'll see, and you may have followed my skincare journey or my health and wellness journey. I used to suffer from really bad cystic acne, where I had like raised bumps on my skin, pustules, until I really started focusing on health and wellness from the inside out. And I noticed after I started addressing those issues and try to balance my hormones, that the condition reversed itself and you don't see the raised acne, the pustules, or the cystic acne. And I don't have that issue anymore, which I am so grateful. Now, normally I would use a natural skincare line, of course, because you want to feed yourself from the inside out. You want to treat your skin as you do the inside of your body. But my daughter turned me on to something because I noticed that her skin was just so dewy all the time. And I used to usually have like blackheads right on the tip of my nose. And I noticed that she had some too previously, but hers was gone. And I said, what are you using? So she told me that she was using this product called House of, I want to say it's Joseon or Joseon. I don't know if the J is silent, but it is a Korean product. I've been using it and I absolutely love it. Now, it hasn't corrected some of the damage that the cystic acne had done, because after a while, when you're dealing with years and years of maybe some skin issues, over time it'll leave like pit marks in your face, which it has done to me. So I'm going to actually go to a professional here and get a consultation to see if it can be corrected, because I love the smooth surface of my skin now that I've addressed the issue. But now I would like to see if the little pit marks can be corrected. I'm not sure if they can. I mean, I can live with it if it can't be corrected, but I'd like to explore it. But I want to show you this product line that my daughter turned me on to, and I absolutely love it. I use it twice a day, morning and night. And let me just show you all of the steps that I take in order to get some really nice dewy skin. So there are actually 6 steps to this protocol, but I'm missing one because Amazon didn't have it and they don't ship these items directly to Mexico. So the first one is this ginseng cleansing oil, which I absolutely love. It's not soapy, but it is oil-based. And if you go to YouTube and you put in dermatologist cleansing oil, you'll see that there are a lot of dermatologists which recommend cleansing oils for black skin, for darker skin, for skin, not black skin, but Black American or people that have, melanin in their skin. They recommend the cleansing oil. And then after I cleanse my skin with this, and sometimes, I use my cleansing brush, the first speed, so I don't want to irritate my skin. So I just use the lowest speed to cleanse my skin. And then after I rinse this off, I use the ginseng essence water, which I absolutely love. You literally need like 2, maybe 3 drops, and just rub it all over your skin until it fully absorbs. And then this is a wonderful eye serum. I put it under my eyes, and I put it on my eyelids. So this just goes on my eyes. This is the day serum. So I use this in the morning. This is the glow serum. It is absolutely amazing. And I think I'm overusing the word absolutely, but It is absolutely amazing. And this is the Evening Revive Serum. So the way I differentiate is the lighter one is the day, the darker one is the night. And then after all of that has been done, this one or this one, I use the Dynasty cream. And this just pulls everything together. I generously use this to put on my face and my neck. Now I use all the products except this one on my face and neck. But you know, you don't want to ignore your neck, right? So that's what I've been using for my skincare. And because I'm getting older, I'm 57, you know, you really have to address the collagen loss in your skin over time. So sometimes, you know, I tend to my skin by doing like it's called like the Russian massage. This is not totally the Russian massage, but it's something similar to where, you know, you just kind of give that neck a little lift, some exercise, because mine is dropping just a little bit, but that's with age. You know, gravity is taking over. So I do what I can, but collagen definitely helps as you're aging, particularly if you have entered the menopause phase. Okay, and that's that. Okay, so now I want to address my teeth. My teeth have been a sore issue for many years because I've had a degenerative bone disease in my jawline. So I've had to have several of my molars removed, actually just about all of my molars removed to address the issue. And I've always wanted to have implants done. And one of the reasons I came to Merida is because I hear they have fantastic dental surgeons here that can, you know, help address this issue of the bone and tooth loss, and then some solutions and maybe some implants, which I probably will need 6, at least 6, maybe even 8, but 6. And as you know, in the States, oh my gosh, let's not even talk about it. Those implants can cost you upwards of $2,400 per tooth. So what they have to do is go into the gum, and then they have to put not a pen, but they have to implant the base into the gum. And then you have to allow it to settle. It has to take, I guess. And that, I think they give you several months just to make sure that your gums is accepting that metal piece that goes into the gum. And then after everything checks out, over time it has healed, then they take the actual tooth looking part that has a little screw on the bottom, and they screw it onto the top of the metal base. And that's how you get your implant. Now, I don't know, things may have changed over the years. Maybe they have a different process, I don't know. But they do have some service providers here in the dental field that are top notch. A lot of them have trained in the US. Some of them are the top of their field. So I'm confident that I can have that addressed while I'm here, because I want to make sure that not only it looks good aesthetically, but my bite is not off and my teeth don't start shifting. Because, you know, the longer you have spaces, then what they'll do, the teeth that are next to it will start trying to fill in that gap, and your teeth will start shifting naturally, and I don't want to do that. So yes, your girl's gonna get some new teeth after a while to address it, but the first thing I have to do is they have to look and look at my gum and the bone underneath to see if there's enough bone to support it, because I've had to have it shaved off over the years, and it is what it is. So as far as everyday care, let me just show you what I use for my teeth every day. Okay, so I'm old school, and for people who use baking soda for their teeth, you already know. I use Arm & Hammer baking soda for my teeth. I put a little bit into my hand, and then I mix it with, and sometimes I use a little shot glass or a disposable shot cup, and I'll put some baking soda in there, and then I'll mix it with a little bit of, almost went on the floor. A little bit of peroxide, hydrogen peroxide. This will help whiten and brighten the teeth. And then if there's any, sometimes there's bacteria that you produce in your mouth overnight, and that'll help get rid of that. But to take it to another level, I add a few drops of tea tree oil. And if you know anything about tea tree oil, it is a antiseptic, disinfectant, and it really helps balance the flora in the mouth. So yes, I add these three. These are the holy trinity as far as my tooth care, my teeth, not tooth because I have more than one, teeth care and or dental care. Yes, I love these three combined. And so that's it as far as my teeth are concerned, and a really good toothbrush. I just bought some new ones today. So as far as my body care, I like to use Dr. Bronner's, and you can find that here in Mexico. I just dilute it with water and use it to cleanse my body. It's gentle for my skin, and I love it. I mean, there are so many holistic stores here. You hear that outside? I think they're selling something. I'm not sure what that is, but anyway, yeah, I use Dr. Bronner's for my skin, and I tend to make my own exfoliator. So I just, mix some olive oil or sweet almond oil with some either sugar, raw sugar, or salt, and just give my body a nice exfoliation. And then I'll add some essential oils. Now I will take you along with me to a spa that I go to here. It's in the Colonia Monte Cristo, and it's called the Thai Salon and Spa. It's not a salon, it's the Thai Spa. There's no salon there. And they provide amazing services, whether you want to get your nails done, your feet done, a massage, skincare. I mean, it is such an experience. It is so zen in there. From, they give you the chlorophyll water, the cucumber water as you're waiting for your service. The estheticians will use this lavender spray to spray over you just to create the ambiance while you're getting your service. And then they put this hot towel around your neck so that your neck is relaxed while they're doing your service. And these are complimentary things, not even talking about the things that you can pay for to up-level your service. But I have had the best experience there, and I'll walk you through the salon just so that you can see just how it looks and feels. I won't take you into the service area because, people are just trying to get their service, and so I want to respect their privacy, but I just kind of want to show you the lobby area and some of the things they offer there. It's such a zen space. I love it. Wasn't that beautiful? And that's just the lobby, the waiting area. So I normally get a manicure and pedicure, and that normally costs about 650 pesos. So we're talking about maybe, it's anywhere between $25 and $30, which is not bad because I've paid twice as much in Chicago. So, and then instead of paying the service providers directly, when you check out and pay for your service, they have these little envelopes, and it has all of the estheticians' names. So you just tell them which esthetician took care of you, and then you can put some money into their respective envelopes. Now, there are times you may have one esthetician working on you, and sometimes you may have two working on you at once. Someone is doing your hands and someone is doing your feet. So it is wonderful. Everyone that I have referred absolutely loves it. And if you're ever in Merida, stop by, make an appointment. You can actually book online as well. And I'll drop the link in the description box below so you can have that experience if you choose to visit. Okay, I hope you don't mind me washing dishes while we continue our conversation about skincare. Now, the sun, it gets very hot here. I don't know how many times I can say it. It's true. You just have to come here to find out for yourself if you don't believe me. It gets very hot here. It can get upwards of 110 degrees in the summer. So with that said, because it's so hot, it can affect the health of your skin. This sun can just make your skin very dry. So the most important thing that you can do to keep the health of your skin and to keep it from looking dry and cracked is to stay hydrated. Water here alone won't do it. It's not enough here. I mean, you can drink 64 ounces of water, half your body weight, a lot of health professionals recommend, but water, it's not enough here. You have to have electrolytes in your body. And what you'll notice is when you go to some of these convenience stores like OXXO or the local tiendas or even some of the commercial grocery stores, you will see so many electrolyte products because electrolytes is so important to replenish your body with minerals. So if you don't like the commercial electrolytes, you can always make your own. So for every 16 ounces of water, you want to put about 1/8 of Himalayan sea salt into your water. And you can zhuzh it up if you want. You can add like some orange juice, a little bit of orange for flavor, a little bit of lime for flavor, just to, give it some little razzle dazzle. But you don't need a lot. What you're looking for is the salt, the mineral content. And again, not just any salt, not like table salt, but you want mineralized salt. You can use Celtic salt, you can use sea salt. Himalayan sea salt is really good. So those are some options. But yes, I found out the hard way, trying to drink water, drink, and I was feeling dizzy and faint. My heart rate was rapid. I couldn't get it under control. I didn't know what it was. I'm thinking like, I'm drinking water. But then someone told me, you need some electrolytes in your body. And so once I started drinking the electrolytes, I noticed that my heart rate went down within the hour. I stopped feeling lightheaded and dizzy because you can die here if you don't address the dehydration issue. And you're thinking you're just going out for a leisurely walk, but you come back and you're feeling disoriented because you have not hydrated before you left. You have to hydrate it while you're out, and then you have to hydrate again when you come back. So you can do like water electrolytes, but make sure that you're including electrolytes in your body. And then as far as to protecting your skin while you're in the sun, I don't use the sunscreens. That's just a preference of mine. I don't like using it. I use pure shea butter. Some places you can find it here, but usually when someone is doing a border run, they're going back to the United States, or even when I go, I just get some pure shea butter, put it on my skin, and then I allow that to be my skin protector when I go out to the sun. And as far as moisturizing, I make my own lotion bars and body butter. If you make your own here in Merida, if it's oil-based, you're gonna need some type of stabilizer because it's just gonna melt because it's so hot. So you'll need a beeswax-based body butter or lotion bar so that it can stabilize and it won't melt. I mean, just a few minutes on your counter and it'll be all over the counter and on the floor. So I use homemade body butter, I use homemade lotion bars, and that really helps keep my skin moisturized. I moisturize my body in the morning after my shower. I moisturize my body again before I go to bed after my second shower, and that usually keeps my skin soft and supple. Now, as far as my feet are concerned, I still use the lotion bars, but you know what I like to use? I know some of you think it's gonna be funny, but I use this. I use Vicks Vapor Rub for my feet. Yes, it is a thing. If you know, you know. In the States, when I was in Chicago, because it used to get so cold and your feet can get dry and irritated, we would put Vapor Rub on our feet and then put socks on. But because it's so hot, I'm not putting socks on my feet overnight. But I just put it on my feet. I make sure it's rubbed into my skin very well, and then I just go to bed, and in the morning my feet are nice, soft, and supple, and it's just feeling good. Okay, that's it. Okay, well, that's it for now. I just wanted to share my wellness protocol, and thank you for making me part of your day. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Take care. El cuidado personal es una parte muy importante de la vida y me tomo el tiempo para practicarlo diariamente.